What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my 31 and 31 horror film reviews for this spooky month of October. Today is going to be day 7 of these 31 and 31, and today I am going to be reviewing Night of the Demons by director Kevin Tenney. Great movie. Absolutely great movie. I've been a fan of this movie forever. Literally forever. Kevin Tenney also was known for Witchboard 1 through 3, 1, 2, and 3. I loved Witchboard 1 and 2. I was not really a big fan of part 3, but the first two are very solid. He directed Night of the Demons part 3 as well. He didn't do part 2. He did Pinocchio's Revenge, which was weird and bizarre, but really, really cool. And then he also did Brain Dead, which was really, really dope. For the stars of this, we have Lena Quigley, Linnea Quigley. I can't pronounce her first name for the life of me. And she is the horror queen for the 80s decade. And she's been in so many gems like Tourist Trap, Graduation Day, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Return of the Living Dead, which is what I first saw her in, Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bowl-orama. That movie literally is horrible, but in the best way possible. It's so fucking campy, but I love it. And then she was also in Pumpkinhead 2, which she was great in that. She had her own workout plan called Lena Quigley's Horror Workout, which was dope. And the last movie, as of right now, from Wikipedia, that I could see she was a part of was The Barn Part 2, which that is on my list of 31 and 31 as well. I will be getting that later down the month. Let's get into... first, let me tell you where you can stream this. You can actually stream this on Tubi at the moment. Great way to watch it. So let's get right into it. First thing I loved, great opening. You can tell the styles of Kevin Tenney because the opening of this with the credits was kind of like how he did just almost alike with Witchboard. Same type of opening and the way he did the credits. Another thing I really love about this movie, the old man and the apples. The old man, you think he's this crazy old man, just, fucking hates kids, which he does, and these kids fuck with him, and he's like, hey, you fucking kids, and then says, I'll get him back, and you don't really see what he does yet, but it's something to do with apples. And then once we get to the end, you see that he puts the razor blade in the apples to get these fucking kids, and it gets turned around on him because his wife makes an apple pie with the razor blades in it, which makes no realistic sense because if she made the pie, she would find the razor blades, unless she did it on purpose to kill her husband, which is a fucking possibility as well. Next, Angela, the character of Angela, amazing. I can't remember off the top of my head what her name is, but she has always been one of my horror crushes, along with Barbara Crampton. And I always thought that Angela should have been a horror icon like Freddy and Jason, because we don't really have any female horror icons, to be honest. And if we do, then I must be out of the loop with that, but I don't think there is. Angela should have been a female horror icon because she is in all three and she is amazing, hands down. Creepy, psycho, demonic, all the best possible qualities you would want in a woman. Next thing I really liked was the car that Stooge drives in. Looks like it would fit right in Return of the Living Dead. It looks punk rock. It's got graffiti all over it. It's super dope. The score. The score is fantastic. And the music choices of the band songs that they brought in that is on the soundtrack as well is fantastic. I love this score. I think it's great. I love the Night of the Demons theme. I think that's great as well. This movie is just a very, very, very good movie. The makeup and demon designs, they are freaking amazing. This is what I loved about the 80s horror scene is like it's a decade we get a lot of special effects makeup movies, heavy movies. And we don't get that very often in like recently until the time where Adam Green started coming out with Hatchet and what best known right now for special effects makeup, which everybody's talking about because he is the superstar in this generation. And as Damien Leone of Terrifier, the shit he's able to pull off with practical effects and makeup is fucking hands down great. But I love in the 80s, we got crazy movies that would not be made today, like this, like Society, like Reanimator, like Dagon. Like, I mean, I could go on and on and on. The 80s were the best time for horror movies because we were in a time where people actually got to be creative and do what they wanted to do. Now it's all about money, so now it's more like, okay, let's not do that because we might not get a return. In the 80s, they didn't give a fuck about the return. They just wanted to do cool shit. And that's what I love about the 80s movie scene is because it was awesome. You could watch all these great horror movies and just be like, wow. And I hope we get back to that type of style and filmmaking again because I love imagination when it comes to horror movies with special effects makeup. Um, Again, I'm just glad it's getting a resurgence now, thanks to Damien Leone, thanks to the guys from the Winnie the Pooh movies, Blood and Honey, Adam Green, Eli Roth was doing really really well for a while. He did that Thanksgiving movie, which is also on my 31 and 31. I can't wait to talk about that. That is very gory and great special effects makeup. Um, it's just, I love when gore is done right. A couple of my favorite scenes from this film. We got the um, Angela biting off of Stooge's tongue, which is freaking sweet. I thought that was badass because he's a piece of shit and he gets what he deserves. Fuck Stooge, straight up. I think the lipstick that absorbs into the nipple of Lena Quigley is pretty freaking sweet. And cool practical magic that they did there. That was awesome. And I'm talking about Quigley. Let's talk about the 80s too. They did not shy away from nudity back then. And Lena Quigley is just back then, she had a body to die for. She had perfect boobs, she had a perfect body. Like she was that typical scream queen that we love to watch on screen, besides Barbara Crampton, who also has an amazing body as well. Um, like Quigley's body is like on point, and anybody that loves nudity, this has a very very exposing frontal shot of Lena Quigley as a demon turn or after she gets possessed, so to speak, and it's a great scene. Um, the demons in this are highly sexual, like literally highly sexual. Like the second one, it's like ramped up even more, but like it's like are these like the sexual demons from the lust circle of hell or something? But very very entertaining the way they do it. Um, Angela's demon form is just great on the practical effects makeup. And another reason why I said I do not understand how this was not like how Angela was not an icon. Because again, we have Freddy, we have Jason, we have Michael Myers. I think Angela was great through all of these movies. Like, or Angela Baker from Sleepaway Camp. Why wasn't that character an icon? You know what I mean? Like, I really think that they kind of fucked up by not making Angela icon because Angela's freaking badass. And last thing I want to really talk about this movie is the gore. The gore, when you see it, is awesome. The fake blood is great. The kills are great. The weird mythology that they did in this movie is fantastic. The only thing that was weird was the demons in the mirror looked weird. They looked like dragon heads almost. Like it was long and elongated and it had like 10 like things coming out the face. It was weird. But this movie is really, really, really fun. So if you really want to check this out and you haven't seen the original Night of the Demons, check it out. It's on Tubi. It's free for the month of October. Definitely go check it out. it's just fun and entertaining to watch. It's only an hour and 33 minutes. It's not a very long movie. Literally put it on, entertain yourself, get a drink, get a smoke, do whatever you want, but watch this movie. It's really, really, really fun. Um, I don't have many complaints out of it. I will pretty much give it a 5 out of 5. The reason why I give it a 5 out of 5 is because every time it's on, I will watch it, or I put it on background, and I'll still turn around and start watching it, and I can't help it. I really love this movie a lot. Again, the score again, very great. So yeah, definitely check this movie out. I am doing a bonus review. It is not part of the 33 and 33. I just want to do it because I find it awesome. I was going to do 2 of them, but I cannot find the second one. And the second one was going to be, or the third one. The third one was going to be Night of the Demons 3. So what I am going to probably do is I'm probably still going to do 3 reviews. I am going to do Night of the Demon Part 2 later on today. Well, I'm going to post that probably tonight. And then I am going to post, instead of Night of the Demons 3, which I cannot find, I am going to do Night of the Demons Remake with Shannon Elizabeth and Eddie Furlong. Can't wait to talk about that one. I want to watch it again to see if it holds up to the originals, which last time I checked it didn't, and it wasn't that good. But I'm going to give you the rundown of that as well. So stay tuned for that Night of the Demons 2 review, and wait for the Night of the Demons 3 review. Or not 3, the remake review. So until then, I appreciate everyone giving a check out of these reviews. I love y'all for that. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. Definitely go to the channel, give a like, give a subscribe. I really want to do bigger and bigger things. I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record when I say that about liking and subscribing, but I want these videos in the YouTube algorithm so that I can be able to do more and more things and can get these reviews out to bigger audiences. I love horror, I love talking horror, and I love this fan base, and I want to really connect with every one of you on a horror level, just because it's what I love and it's what I was born for. So until that next review that I'm going to drop later tonight, as always, stay creepy, my friends, and keep it demonic.